everyone, welcome to another video. Welcome to another week. I hope you guys are having a great start of the week. It's Monday today, and new beginnings, fresh start. I think Monday always gives us an opportunity to start from scratch and correct what we did wrong last week, or what we think we did wrong last week. So thank you so much for coming back this side. I know there's a lot of videos that you could have chosen, but you chose to watch this one. I truly appreciate you. Thank you to everyone who watches. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed. If you haven't subscribed, kindly subscribe to the channel. Help us grow as a family. We are a family. We are here to learn from each other, and I enjoy having you here. It motivates me to keep going, and it means a lot to me. It means a lot to me. Don't forget, while you are at it, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. It helps the channel. It helps me to grow in somewhat. Today it is a chit chat video, cleaning, laundry, the works. What we do in this home, in this channel, that's what we are going to be doing today. As you can see, I'm starting on folding the laundry. Yo guys, I have a lot of ironing to do. And I don't think I'm gonna get to it soon. I'm going to be doing it bit by bit. How long does it? Tell me, do you guys ever stay in a house with a basket that does not have a laundry, whether to be ironed or to be washed? I don't recall the last time I was in a house like that. So today I'm going to answer two questions that was asked by a lovely lady, one of our family member here. She has been my number one supporter for a long time, and if you are listening or if you are watching this video, thank you so much. It is dedicated to you because you did ask two questions, of which I do appreciate for you to ask. As I had said last week, if there's anyone who wants to understand something, can ask your questions, but you are the only person that I'm going to answer to this one, your questions, as a way for me to say thank you for always being here. And the rest of the questions, as I said, I will answer them when I get to 500 subscribers. Even if it takes 5 years, that's when I'm going to answer them. But if you do watch my videos, guys, I think I'm an open book because I share a lot. So yeah, she did ask me how I became a homemaker, and how do I deal with criticism from people. I would say people. A homemaker, it was not planned at all. I lost my job, something that I had associated my value with. I don't know if it's the right way. I didn't know how to deal with it. It took me a couple of years to get over it, and I tried getting a job. Guys, when God doesn't want something for you, no matter how much you try. Because I remember at some point I was even looking for domestic work. And listen, not because I was struggling. No. I grew up I'm from a family that broken family, so I had seen how my mom had struggled. So growing up, there were only two things that was in my mind: to go into school and get my mother out of poverty and never have to taste poverty ever in my life. In terms of having kids, being married, being a housewife, actually a homemaker, I think there's a difference between now, these days. In growing up, we knew there was only housewife, but I think the term housewife now is defined differently than what we know. I think I fall under the homemaker, because it looks like housewife, you wake up with a champagne on your hand and with makeup full on. I don't do that, so I'm guessing I'm a homemaker, since well I also do everything for myself. So when I lost my job, I didn't know how to cope. I didn't like being home. I had associated my strength, my power with me working. My value as a person, as a human being, as a woman, I associated myself, my entire existence with me working. I did not see myself not working, because I felt that if you are not working, there isn't any man who's going to listen to you or respect you, or anyone. And mind you, in terms of my relationship and all of that, that has not been the case. But in terms of people out there, it's a different kind of story. But I'll address it on the criticism of people. So I struggled. I didn't like myself. I didn't know who I was if I was not working. I didn't know what to do. Even till today, I can just make a simple example. In terms of clothes, I don't have a measure. It's either I dress horrible, or I dress like too formal or too serious. I don't know how to go to the store and buy loungewear, or look at, what do they call, the athleisure clothes. I don't know how to do that. It's either I'm dressed horribly, like the clothes that I'm not supposed to wear at home, like that people are not supposed to see me wearing, or I am the other side. So, because I've always worked, even after I lost my job, I had no single clothes that was not formal. Hey guys, I was forever overdressed. Ne? So that's how difficult it was. That's how much I saw myself working. And mind you, I worked in retail. It's not like it was anything glamorous, but I worked in retail. But for a certain company in retail, within retail. So when I lost my job, I didn't know what to do with myself. I felt like a huge part of me was gone. And I think at some point, my husband, who was then my boyfriend, got annoyed and asked me, do you need anything? Are you starving? Do you lack anything? And I said no. And he said, okay, that means your pity party is over. Get out of it. When he said that, it's like a switch just went, because I was like, oh my God, I just became the person that I had said that I did not want to become. I had become, I'm sorry to say this, pathetic. I had become I looked down on myself. I had become weak. I thought I was not valuable. I thought I was not seen. I felt like in actual fact, I did not respect myself enough to see that I'm a human being even when I am not working. So when he said that, it came that You just spend years of being the person that you say you don't want to. I got out of it. I got out of it. I embraced motherhood. I embraced being a house girlfriend. Life became better. Because I was happy. I think I was becoming something else to him as well that he didn't understand. So life became better. And I started embracing that. And and I enjoyed seeing Theo grow, taking him to school, fetching him, all of those things. And you know what, life was it financially. It wasn't, because we had moved from two income household to now one income, and I did not like depending on anyone. So that was the hard part. But here's the thing, my husband, even when we started dating, always said he wants a housewife. That's something that he always wanted. But he knew me. He knew my background. He knew how stubborn I was, or I am. So he knew that that conversation is not going to fly with me. So he knew what he wanted, basically. And even when at the beginning stages of our relationship, he was like, when I get to the point where I want to be able to give you a salary every single month, so that you won't have to ever worry about work. Not that I don't think you are capable, but it's something that I love. And I looked at him and said, you wanna control me? No, it's not going to happen. And that's the funny part. The society, if there's a certain relationship, they will say, umntwana can, or or she wears the pants in that relationship, those type of things. Some people might look at us and say, she wears the pants. Because guys, I have a strong personality, though I keep quiet a lot of time. So when in actual fact, I'm the one who always says, I don't want you controlling me. I don't want to be controlled. Like, I'm defensive. So like, I don't want to be in a position where I'm being made that I'm not a human being or whatever. So he constantly has to say, listen, we are a team. There's no controlling the other, Like, calm down. We are here. I'm here. Let's work this thing out. So that's how I became a homemaker, and then it progressed to, I was still young then, I didn't take note of finances, and if it's month end, we go do what we need to do and all of that. And then we got married, and then when we got married, he was like, okay, this is me, this is how much I'm worth, this is how much I have, work with it, so I'm like, are you sure? Because if you have someone there, she won't get anything. It's like, I said, work with it, let's see. And I was just making a joke, but I appreciated the fact that he was transparent in terms of finances, because I believe that you cannot be a homemaker and not know the finances of your husband. And knowing them is different from being in control of them. It's transparent to the point where I don't have to ask to buy bread, I don't have to ask if I want to buy myself coffee, because I know how much we have. And if we don't have, I also know that, okay, I need to stretch this. How do I do it? So, but I'm not in control of the finances. I just make sure that it's allocated, like the 30% shelter, 20% house, the savings and all of that, the expenses, and whatever it is that is left, I don't ask what happened to it. I don't ask where it is, because at the end of the day, I'm still a woman. I still want to be taken out. I still want random flowers. I still want those sweet things. If I plan for all the money, then that means I'm not gonna get those things. But that made me being a homemaker much more pleasant, because I was part of the equation, and progress also came easy in our life because we were honest with each other. Do you understand? So it came in that way, and I'm loving it. I love being a homemaker. Is it easy? No. Theo has grown now. It's not easy. It's challenging financially, emotionally, physically, everything, but I love it. I love it, So with my husband, though, it's, this is something that he always wanted. And for him, it was like God answered his prayers. So though sometimes it's challenging for both of us, you would sit there sometimes and say, did I really make it the right decision? Or I'm sure even him will say, was I crazy saying that I want, But we work with what we have. And he is an alpha male. He wants to protect, take care of, provide, and do all sorts of things as a man of this house. But don't expect him to be standing in the kitchen and doing dishes. He cooks sometimes, but I love the fact that he's got his role and I've got my role. We don't interfere in each other's roles, and we don't complain about each other's roles. That's the agreement that we had. Even when sometimes I say, baby, can you just cook for us today? But if he's not tired, he would. But if he's tired, he'll say no. No matter how many guilty tricks I pull, he'll say no. But I love, love, love being a homemaker. So in terms of criticism from people, I've been criticized by a lot of people that I don't want to work, I don't want to do anything for myself. I'm a gold digger. And the gold digging part, it's very funny, because if I were to come with the financial report of this man from way back up until now, I don't know if people would still call me that, And there's no gold even for me to dig. We utilize what we have by just the grace of God and wisdom that we ask from God. But in terms of gold, there's no gold. We are just normal human beings with one single income household. We're just careful with how we use our money. So I have been criticized, like I've been judged, I've been looked down on. I don't know. Like I could say a lot of things, in terms of what people say to me, what people will do in front of me. So here's a funny thing. From my family side, there are those who are bold enough that, why don't you go to school and better yourself? Why don't you look for a job? What do you do all day? Like, are you not bored? Like, I could be bored. Like, all sorts of things. They are bold enough to say that to me, up front. They would even say it in front of my husband. But these are people from my side. Do you understand? And then we have people that are from his side. It could be colleagues or family or friends or what, who would say certain things, who would complain, or who would make snares, or who will look at me a certain way, who will look down on me. It's a lot. Being a homemaker, it's associated with being dumb or being dirty or being, I don't know what to call it. So, but I always ask, if I'm dumb, dirty, and I don't do anything, I'm useless, I'm all these kind of things that people say, why do they have helpers and nannies? Some even privileged to have a helper and a nanny at once. Why do they have those people? Would you hire someone to come and not do anything in your home? Is it possible, guys? Because that's basically what I do. Being a homemaker means you are everything in one person. You are a cook, you are a nanny, you are a helper, you are even your husband's wife, your husband's girlfriend. You are your husband's everything, your family's everything. I was thinking, even on Sunday, I was doing yesterday my husband was working, and I thought, oh, instead of me driving him crazy, because when I don't know where the switch goes off when he's home on weekends. If he's working, I'll even follow him to the study and say, babe, do you remember one? And I'll be coming back from the study, and then Theo will be going and saying, dad, that, those type of things. And sometimes he will say, stand up, oh, okay. Askis, I go. But then I remember something, because throughout the week I hold in so much because I don't want to stress him. I want him to be relaxed and all of that. So on weekend I wanna, and sometimes he's got work that he needs to do, and now I want to be a blabber, all those type of things. So on Sunday I decided, let me clean my fridge. I don't know if that video will reach you. I don't know if it's good enough. Let me clean my fridge. And then it turned into something else. Then I cooked, then I do this. And I'm sure those who have helpers and nannies, they're probably in their home and sitting and relaxing. We don't have that luxury as a homemaker. You are always on the go, 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 go. It's way more difficult than if I was, like, when I was working, or if I was working. Do you understand? Because if you are working, I think you're not doing hard labor. You're just being a mother, being present, or a wife, being present. There's nothing else that you need to take off. So when you say, I'm not doing anything, what do I do during the day? I'm basically doing what your helper and your nanny are doing. Why are you paying them if they are not doing anything? Do you understand? So as time before, it will be like, if we go to gatherings, so when we get into the car, I'll be like to my husband, this one said this one that, and one thing about him, you're not going to get the reaction out of him venting with me. He will not say, he will never. And I'll be like, you're not comforting me. This one did that, this one, and then this. Like, you want that thing. And I think those are the criticism. So with my side of people, some were bold enough to say it, and they would say it in front of me or what and all of that. Then he'd keep quiet. And from the side of his, they would say it behind him, where he's not seeing them or hearing them. You understand? So they can't even He doesn't know. Even when I come to him and say this and that and that and that, it's basically his word, my word against them. And he's definitely not gonna go and say, yeah, when I'm my wife 1, 2, 3 and all of that, because again, I wouldn't want him to do that. That's a Cece's way of doing things. I don't want him to stoop that low in front of people. You understand? So one day he said, Standa, I'm not going to fight your battles. You have to stand up for yourself. I will not fight your battles. Focus on me. You are here because on me. Focus on me. Look at me. Forget the rest. And I'm like, he's not understanding. This man does not understand. So they continue with their things. And with us, there are other issues as well that I cannot talk about. But there are other issues. Like every single time I'll come back with, and it was like, I don't know how you're going to deal with your family. That's your family, your side of people, your friends and all of that. But in terms of my side of people, if they come to you, since they are doing that and they know that I'm not there and they can't say it in front of me, respond harshly. Respond to them very harshly. Let them come to me and tell me how disrespectful you are, so that they can explain to me why you had to say that. So when he said that, I started standing up for myself, because I was respecting people because of him. I would keep quiet even if it's from my side of people, if it's said in front of him, because of him. So when he said respond to them, I started standing up for myself. And it funny how it just changes, it switches. They no longer know how to deal with you, because now you are not a walkover. Now you are not someone to play with, someone that they can entertain themselves with, because people don't criticize what they don't envy. People don't criticize what they are not jealous of. People don't criticize nobodies. If they criticize you, if they say hurtful things to you, that means you making them uncomfortable. So even the other thing that people that I had to come and recall my previous experiences when I was in retail. One of my supervisors will come to the store and she will say, Mo, you approach these ones during the week that comes with sweatpants, with babies pushing the prams and all of that, you'll meet your target. Those are the women that have money, because their husbands afford for them to stay home, even if it's not a lot of money, but they can afford to get them, even if it's just one thing that will make them happy. Those are the ones that will help you to reach your target. The ones that comes on weekends, they'll take out the credit card, or credit card you can put money in. They'll take out the account, store card and all of that, and believe me, I never made my target with people that came to buy on during weekends. It was or who comes with stilettos and all of that. I make money from those ones who are wearing flops with tights and a simple tee. Those are the ones that I would sit them down and they will buy. That's what I mean. So when people come to you for you because you are a homemaker, it's not because they are literally treating you the way they're treating you so badly, because that's how they are inside. They are filthy inside. That filth comes out and they take it out on you. So it has nothing to do with you. It's jealousy, it's envy. It's something that they wish to have, but they don't have. It has nothing to do with you, if I may put it that way. So ever since I started standing up for myself, none of that has happened. Recently now, there was this thing that has been bothering me, and I'm obsessing about it and all of that. And I think my husband got tired of it, and he was like, okay, that's enough. Snap out of it. Cut it out. I don't want to hear about it anymore. Focus on something. Don't give people that do not deserve your energy, your breath, and give them your energy. Get out of it. I don't want to hear about it. I'm tired. And obviously, I will sulk, complain, and all of that. But he was telling the truth. So in all of this, I'm saying, do not give your energy to people that don't know you or your life and that probably want what you have. Focus on your kids, focus on your husband, focus on the goals that you set for yourself, focus on things that makes you happy. Forget who says what. If they criticize you, listen, if your husband is fine with you staying at home, being a homemaker, that's what should be the most important thing. The rest, forget them. Ignore them. Make them feel like nobodies, because that's who they are in your life. They will criticize. People will forever criticize. But you need to remember the goal. What is the goal? When you decided that you were going to do this, there was a goal. Focus on that. The rest is just nonsense that does not need your attention at all. Forget about them, my sister. I hope whatever it is that I had said here will help you in some sort. But I hope that one day I will do a live and we can all talk about it, But this is not an easy road, but I love it. I enjoy it. And I know your kids are going to appreciate you being there for them and taking care of them. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you on my next video. Don't forget to like this video, comment, and share. Bye.